What's up, guys? Welcome back to the um, Beyond the Greats episode 2. We're going to talk about one-itis. And obviously, got here with Eric with me. And yeah, so we're going to talk about one-itis and going in depth into that aspect. And also, we're going to talk about a little bit about when you get comments like, "Oh, you're so awkward, Cab," because I get a lot of that. So let's just uh, I'll give it back to Eric.
Oh, okay, cool. So you've decided you want to add in awkwardness about
Yes.
how to deal with being called awkward in society, what to do about it. Yeah, it doesn't really feel good to be called awkward, to be called out like that. It's kind of like a attack on your personality, personal attack. Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna be talking about one-itis. That's when I don't want to read out the screen, but it's basically just very painful. It's when a guy has most of his attention for only one woman. He kind of forgets all about all the other women in his life, and also most of his purposes he forgets about too. You would probably think like, oh, why is that such a bad thing? He's being loyal, and and it's true love. But we'll get into why it's not. It's actually very toxic, sad, defeating, and we want to get away from that.
Yeah. What do you think? Like, what do you think that causes one-itis? What do you? Why does? Why do people? Why do guys? I think especially. I'm pretty sure girls have it too. But why do as guys? Like, why do we get that? You know?
We get it. Probably because we just, for one, we don't have many options. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
Like when we just meet someone, we like think like, okay, like this is gonna be the one. But we all and they like play so many games, and yeah, we just like kind of for myself, I suppose that I have it feels like all these like craziness in my life can be solved by this one person. Like, oh, well, like I haven't had like fun in a while because I've been taking care of my balance. So maybe this girl seems like pretty funny. Maybe she can like laugh at my jokes or something, like just bring back the balance rather
Yeah.
than me do it myself. Like, gotta like stop working so late at night and like just put on something funny if I want to bring back funniness, fun.
But you gotta think about it too. Like, just chilling with a girl, it's fun too. So it's no. I feel like it's normal to like do that instead of like I don't know, being at home by yourself playing a game, watching something by yourself. At the end of the day, we're social creatures, and you know, we're meant to be. We're the opposite sex supposed to be together. You
Like
know what I'm
eventually,
saying?
but like when you don't even
I
when
guess
you're
you.
not dating them
Yeah.
or like when you're talking to someone, it's not gonna go anywhere. You shouldn't like hang out with them. Like I guess yeah, they could be friends, I suppose. But honestly, we'll talk about in another podcast, like guys and girls being friends. Like how does it work? What is it?
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like one itis is like it's a special situation. I don't feel like it's a negative thing, unless if you like let it when you when you let that girl be when you let that girl be your only option. But then when you have this question like, man, why is this girl specifically? I have this strong feeling, because we think about it. It's not just the looks. It's not just one or two things. You like her for the whole package, you know. And I feel like because this situation kind of reminds me of like the girl that we went to next level training,
Hell yeah.
and there was like this girl that reminded me. She was a brown girl, and she reminded me of like my Irish worker, and like I don't know, like something about her, like she gave me like a warm type of feeling, right? And I think I obviously I took it way too far because she's like 40 years old. She's like 20 years, basically 20 years older than me, right? So like I did have hard feelings for her, And obviously she didn't have it for me, right? But like, what's it called? I realized like when I was always like thinking like about her like that, it made me realize, oh, like there's something, there's mentally, like there's not something wrong with me, but more like, not like crazy wrong with me, but more like, I need to get my mental health straight. Like I need to get I think my self esteem straight, because I think like, oh, like if I if I just leave this girl, right, like I won't find another girl that's like, that gives me that same feeling as she gives to me, right? But then like at the same time, you gotta also like, I also took a step back, like after we when when we when we got home from Ohio, because of the in-person training, I had to take a step back and realize that, first of all, she's 4 years old, so she's been with a bunch of dudes, right? And second of all, the way she communicates is like, she's pretty immature for her age, and like, what's it called? Yeah, so like first and second, like, yeah, like she's old, she's uh immature for her age, and also like, it's like, how do you say? She's not really like me and her. Like we don't have like the same morals and values. It's like different. You know. So my thing is like, how do you say? It's like, oh, and also actually, like what really turned me off about her was like more like her communication skills weren't there. You know. So like, cause that was a big part of me. So like when she couldn't communicate with me about like, oh, like he was just trying to be friendly, like I was like, kind of like, oh yeah, I don't like this girl. Like, immediately turned off, you know. But that lesson that lesson really taught me that, like, you can't force a connection. You gotta like just, how do you say it? You gotta really take a step back. Don't let like the lust, I guess, or like the feeling just get to you. Always you gotta always reflect, and like always, you always gotta be logical with a girl, because like I think there's a lot of situations with guys where they fall in love with a girl, right? And like they're in the middle of this feeling, right? That like they like ignore her red flags. Like they can see the red flags, I think, or at least I see it, but they'll just ignore it, So it's very important to like breathe in and out, and just reflect on this for like, if you truly like this girl, like do you see her like raising your kid, like that type of like, um how do you say, level of thinking, because if you think about it, man, like that's the true purpose of dating, is to find that partner, so you guys can be compatible and raise amazing kids and just thrive.
Yeah.
You always gotta think bigger. Don't just think about the one itis thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just that girl.
Yeah, even when you can see like there's like red flag, it's still hard to get over them.
And if
When
they're
you
not interested, oh, sorry, if they're not interested in you, like bro, that's a big flag. Like, nah, don't go after her.
Mm-hmm.
That should like initially trigger you and say like, yeah, I don't like. You should just lose feelings for her like that. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, like even like
just setting boundaries. That's what it's about. But yeah.
I guess like for your part, for what you said, like when sometimes you don't even know when they don't like you or not, because a lot of times like they just don't have time to message you back, and then they just forget about it forever. And but if they were seeing you in person, they'd be like, they'd want to know what's up. Well, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in so long.
What if you like ask this question like, like you should have asked her like, oh, I want to ask you like, do you like me?
That's just weird.
Is it weird?
Yeah, I shouldn't ask that.
Okay,
I guess we're just talking about different things right now.
just to
Okay.
clear it up.
Yeah. Well, like I guess yeah, it should be like really easy to like move on. You should always have like be meeting new people. Get to always be meeting new people. I remember the whole last year I was like obsessed with this one girl,
Yeah.
the Russian one,
Russian.
S.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and like I only seen her like twice, and like I really thought we were gonna hang out again. She was kind of nuts. I guess like, I kind of liked that, but exactly. And but probably one of the hardest parts of moving on was that like I just couldn't meet anyone like remotely close to her because the balls we go to like everyone's 19. She was like 21. Not really sure why she was there. And like I didn't really go to any other balls. So like there was more classier people at the time. And like I was in a frat, so like I was just talk like only everyone there was like 18 at the frat. So like everyone was kind of shitty. So it's like really hard to like just find someone better and move on.
I feel like S, like she acts like your mom.
Yeah, could
I
be.
feel like that's why you're like really attached with her.
Yeah, could
Cause
yeah,
she
like
reminds
another
me so
thing.
much of your mom.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I wouldn't say it's weird, but it was crazy. Yeah, it makes sense why. It makes sense.
Okay, I guess now you should let us know how.
Okay, so like you know how your mom is like like when she's happy, she's like always so joyful, like oh my god. Same thing with Steve, like she's same thing with S, like she's like always like that, you know,
Yeah.
like it's like oh my god, you know, give me fall in love, this and that, you know, or like she's like just very joyful, friendly, you know, but like also I don't know her other side, but like she hides that pretty well. It looks like it seems like she hides that pretty well. So like your mom's like that too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like a girl. It's like those type of girls where like they always seem so joyful and like they never show like the other side. You don't like they always seem so joyful, so suspiciously joyful that you question if they like are if they're humans.
Yeah, I guess it's really
That's
not
what I felt like
healthy.
with her.
Yeah, it's really toxic.
Yeah,
Like not even in a bad way, just like it's toxic. I mean, I guess obviously it's bad to be toxic, but like, it's not like toxic in like a rude way. It's just that they're like well, like they're not like emotionally available. Is one way to put it.
and A like her
Mm-hmm.
as his friend
Yeah, please.
like I know she wasn't interested in me, but I don't know. It was just awkward that like I had to talk with her because like I know she wanted more than you know she wanted me to do that, you know. But like I don't know. I did like after she told me her story and all that. I'm like she had to put a restraining order. I'm like, yo, what if this girl's crazy? Like I don't
Yeah,
want.
man.
I'm like, no, I
Those.
don't. Like I was actually gonna like this is mind you like this is way before I became Christian and I was like more of a like porn addict degen. But like, if she didn't talk about her story, I wouldn't have like have said I wouldn't have I would have if
When
no wait if she didn't tell her about her story like how she had to get a restraining order, she got beat up, and I think she mentioned about like she had she was questioning like oh she, like her I think she said like she gave a blowjob to a guy just to get vape.
bro, no,
Was
just
it?
a kiss to a guy who had a vape in her pocket.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a book. Okay, I got mixed up. But basically, if she didn't tell her story, I would have had sex with her. I'll be honest. But good thing she did. So
Yeah,
I avoided
you
her. But
stayed true to yourself.
yeah. But hey,
She was kind of cute. Definitely the cutest, whatever she was, Filipino,
I would say
physically.
they're both cute. All like all the friends, they're all cute. Even the Asian one, even
Hmm.
though she didn't stay over, they're all cute. But
Okay,
anyways,
back to the topic. The yeah, social limited social opportunities can like cause you to have. I feel like times I would just be saying simp the whole time. Simping would be causing you to simp. Okay.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can like get new social opportunities like by just like going out with your friends, like going out where obviously there's sports, there's events. If you like coding, there's competitions. Is there like any rapping competitions or something?
Yeah,
What
there's
else do you like? How can we meet some people for you?
Um, there's well, actually I go to church. What can I do? I do I just I guess I do go to job like those job fair type of things. Job fairs or I'm pretty sure there's a group for like scripting, like those type of things.
Scripting,
Yeah.
like programming.
No, like scripting like for like movies or short
Oh,
films,
sweet.
stuff like that. Like
Yeah, you guys should go with Misha.
yeah, for sure. I did talk with this guy when we went to that job fair thing for Centennial College, and this guy was like mentioning about so he was talking about like the hero's journey, and the hero's journey is like it's like a formula on like how the trial and tribulations of the hero, and like like what's his like timeline, like how like he became that hero. Because like first like he was a rookie, you know, and like he couldn't kill. Let's say he couldn't kill a bird,
Mm-hmm.
but then eventually, he got top on master, and he was able to kill the bird, and then he had to uh, take on another challenge and another one, and then it got to a point where he became like a hero. So it's like he gave like like a formula like that to base off of, because I told him my story of like the doggerel story about like how like there's like this powerful substance, a drug where they give you superpowers, and based on people who smoke it, get like a superpower, and like either like you can use it for your own selfish power or your own selfish needs, or you can help others. But most of the characters like they use it just for power and want to destroy other people. But like I also added in like Christianity into it, like how there's like their own Jesus, their own like Satan. So it's like there's also that element where like Satan is more about more apparent with some characters compared to others. So it's like basically it's like the K9. So they're trying to capture the main guy, or the guy who uh, empires the pugs, and because he has the drugs, so they're trying to like stop him, try and capture him and all that. So people they're just trying to obtain the power.
Yeah. All right.
So
Let's try to make this podcast like less than an hour and 15 minutes, or an hour would be nice.
yeah,
In between that. So enough with the stories. Okay, so little anecdotes, cultural examples. So there's like most people like probably think like, oh, like people want to like get a partner because of peer pressure, or have like more power over males by like being a bigger Casanova, like a bigger player. But one thing that no one thinks about is how there's you kind of like get rewarded by males for having a partner through camaraderie. So like they'll wanna they'll they'll see you with a woman, like they'll be like, wow, that's like I want a woman, I should be friends with you, or they like give you more attention, like hey, what? It's that guy. That sounds so stupid. I was more thinking of something else. Sleeping around.
what were you trying to waffle?
Go off of camaraderie. I guess like it's mostly goes for like sleeping with people, but also I guess having you kind of like get like socially rewarded for like sleeping with people or having a girlfriend like as a guy.
Like you get connected to her social group.
Oh no, like your friends will like see you have a girlfriend, they'll think you're cool. Like any guys you
Oh,
know, any friends, your dad,
I think there's a word for that.
camaraderie.
Is it camaraderie?
Like they become your comrades.
No,
So
but like when people see you with a girl, based on like how attractive she looks, it's like you get like a certain amount of like respect, as a guy. I don't know what's the name.
could be like external value,
Yeah,
external validation. Fuck
yeah. So you get like extra respect,
value.
from other people for that.
So have we talked about why it's bad? I think we just talked about what it is and how it's caused, but what is bad about it?
If
But
that person's not interested in you, why is it bad?
no, what? Why is one-itis bad,
Because
bro?
when that person, wait,
No, even when they're not interested, when they are interested in you, why is it bad? Like I had a girlfriend for like 5 years. I should just dumped her ass.
how come you don't?
How come? Oh, because I fucking you don't want to know. Okay,
Okay, but
edit
like
that out.
without that, like, why?
Why?
Like, what led to that? Basically.
Well, it's what? Oh, dating for 5 years?
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I guess like I just felt so empty. No, we gotta talk about why it's bad, right?
yeah. Like basically, like what I'm trying to say is like, so she had one itis for you.
Maybe I guess. No, like I had one I just for her. Not really. I wanted to talk to other chicks so badly,
Okay, so okay, let's
but
not let's not put that into this one. So okay, why is one itis bad? Even if that person is interested in you. Well, I feel like people who have one itis, you always want to spend time with her. It's like you don't become secure anymore. You become so dependent on her, you know. And like she'll like pick up on it and start to realize like, oh, like he's not the guy I'm interested in, or like, he's not that masculine guy I was interested in. And like when that girl's eventually, like, I feel like one itis will make you feel complacent and trying to like become dependent on her, where like you start like I don't know. I feel like you just stop like reflecting on your actions. It just makes you a weaker man. I feel like
mm-hmm.
and even the Bible it says that like you shouldn't just trust everybody. Only trust God because like you can lose everything. You know, like you can lose everything depending like no matter what the situation is, right? But you can never lose God. It's just like so basically if you put most of your value in like external things, like it's actually a bad thing because like when you lose it, you're gonna lose yourself. You know, you're gonna lose your whole your mind, your physical, and like you're just gonna like just be lost. You know, like you'll not remember like your own value. You know,
Yeah.
so I think that's why because you like not because everything is temporary. You know, everything doesn't last forever. You know.
Well, like some things kind of do, like knowledge.
Way and knowledge and all. But like, let's say like when it comes to like hope, because this goes back to us being dependent. I mean not dependent, but this goes back to us being social creatures. You know, like because we're not meant to be alone. You know, but it's also very rare to find someone who's so loyal to you like that. You know, like only I feel like the only people that can do that is like your mom and God. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
and that's like unconditional love, you know, like if you really think about it, right? Like if you like, you can't really expect a girl that you've known for like even like a year or two. You can't expect her to have. She doesn't have unconditional love with you. You know, I feel like if she can only have unconditional love with you, it's probably like maybe like maybe 40, 30 years. I'm not too sure, but actually, I don't know. I don't know if that. I don't think it'll be unconditional love, to be honest.
Like always, it's always conditional in a way and all that shit.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I don't
always
know what
conditional.
that even supposed to mean.
Like unconditional love is like no matter like what you do, like that person can still like remove that label off of you and still look at you. You know. So let's say you murder someone, right? Everyone would hate you, right? Like let's say your brother would hate you, your um, or like your brother will look at you different. Your um, family will look at you different. Your friends will look at you different. Everybody that watches that news will look at you different, right? Or hate you, right? But like the thing with let's say moms, right? I don't know how they have this, but like they have you in your womb, so like they're like you're part of your mom, you know. Like maybe also your dad too, but mostly your mom because you're with her 24/7, you know. Like when you're a baby and all that, right? So it's like when you murder someone, like she loses you. That means she lost a big part of her to you. That's why she loves you unconditionally.
Hmm.
But with God is like God is more like, how do you say? He handpicked uh, the people that to be born in this world because I think us to be born is like 1 in 3 trillion. That's very big, you know. So the reason why God loves us a lot because, well, like first of all, like Heavenly Father has like made him, and like his purpose is to make everyone come together, you know, like to provide and just live a good life, you know, and not to be at war. So when it, so without going off topic, so with one idea is being bad. It's bad in modern society because people are not loyal. A lot of people are not loyal, you know. Even I would say even for myself too. I wouldn't say I'm the most loyalist person, you know. Like back then, it will mean something when someone left you because it'll be like a survival situation, you know. But like a lot of people in Canada, they're not, they're very loose. They're very casual and loose with their connections. Like friends nowadays compared to back then, it's so different. Like friends back then used to be like brothers and sisters, like this close. But now friends, it's like friends nowadays. It's like I don't know. It's almost like a feather on you. You know, it's like oh the feather bothers you, you just brush it away. It's like cool. You know, that's how I feel like when it comes to a lot of people. Like when we try to make friends, you know, and like I don't know. I think because we prioritize work a lot more than like connections. So yeah, I don't know. I'll say it's bad. Like what do you have to say about
I was gonna say like your potential gets limited, like it limits your personal growth because prevents you from pursuing your goals. Like if you're like it sounds like if you're dating someone that is like, oh, don't do that, don't become a rapper, don't become a programmer. But it also prevents you from pursuing your goals because instead of like thinking of ways to do better with your work, you're thinking of ways to uh like see this person again, make them happy with some new date idea or do whatever they want.
it? I think the best way to describe so with this, like I not to interrupt you, but like I think the best way to see this is like okay, like is that person helping you grow as a person? Like is this person bringing you into peace? Right? Because if a person is not bringing you to peace and it's always like saying, oh, why not? Why you why you not get in contact with me? Why you ignore me? Why you act? Why you always working? Why you doing this? Like, bro, if they get mad at you for like actually like trying to create a good impact in the world, and like you have a purpose and all that, like that's not a supportive person. You know, that's like you, you, you gotta also like improve your self esteem when it comes to the people who you surround yourself with. This is not even just about a girl, but it's more like who you let in your circle, you know, because that really does determine your. I feel like it truly does determine your mental health. Because if you have bad friends but you do all the good habits, right, which you're less likely to do all the good habits because like let's say if your friends all bad and always do the bad habits, they treat you like crap or they don't respect your boundaries, like you're not gonna be able to like live that peaceful that life that you want to live, you know. So like you gotta also put that into play. Like is if this person's helping you, and I feel like one itis could be good, you know.
Oh yeah, like you can tell if you're
Like,
compatible with someone by like if they're able to help with your purpose or not. But it's
yeah,
really hard to tell if someone's able to help with your purpose. Like say like I meet like that Russian girl. Like oh she's learning marketing. Like maybe like she could help me with my programming. But in reality, it's like she doesn't give a fuck about like anything really except for like music and partying. Um,
she makes music.
nah, just like listens, like going to music festivals, drugs,
See, you can see that
guys.
see that's an example of a girl that's not helping you. Like I said, you like her.
But then there's like even like less red flag girls, like some girls like in college for engineering, like still not able to help me sometimes for
Yeah,
whatever reason. And then there's like even girls like the one I met at volleyball that's Muslim. Uh, it just didn't work. We're not compatible. Oh, mostly because like the whole Muslim thing. Like I'm not Muslim.
yeah,
But it's like whatever reasons. Um,
yeah.
so it's not about like it sounds like you're trying to say that like you talk about the whole compatibility thing, but I'm talking about like don't like it make don't be dependent on someone. Like don't like let them lead you away from the goals. Don't let them uh or don't let yourself be dependent on them because that leads to like unhealthy dynamics. And also like another reason why it's bad is that it stops you from meeting other people that you could have been with. Like
I'm
you become
thinking.
like a weaker person and like by the end of the relationship you're like so weak like someone you could have been with if you want with that person. It's so confusing.
Like you
Some
waste so much time with that one person.
yeah like say like you're like with girl A and like you meet girl B while with her and like when you and girl A broke up, you're like such a weak person that you can't like be with person B anymore because of how much like time and like mentality like integrity how much integrity's gone down with yourself value.
You probably also harden your heart too.
You create yeah like, create like a
So you
hard.
don't open up to people and all that. And like that also like made me thought about like okay like then how has like porn like how has like family dynamic play a big part of or porn family yeah porn family dynamic I think you mentioned earlier like movies like movie shows
Hmm.
those reality shows or YouTube whatever
Yeah.
like how has that really impacted people when it comes to dating you know how like how dating is hard nowadays like
Yeah.
you like it seems like it seems like such an uphill battle when you try and talk with the girl and like the girl doesn't it's not saying that she's not interested in you but like she's just showing that she isn't or like she doesn't have that social skills to be able to talk with you and like
Oh yeah, that's
it's kind
awkward
of like
too.
just dead
Yeah.
and it's like why are you interested in me or you just not good at socializing like what's happening
Yeah.
like what did I do that did that like usually when a girl's not interested in me I'm like oh I apologize like like if they look pissed I'm like well I'm sorry I didn't mean to do that I was just wondering but have a nice day but like I don't know I know it's like with Christian girls like when you talk with them it's like they actually appreciate you talking to them you know so it's like I don't know it's a good but if it's like I know it's like with girls that's not like religious or like girls who you can tell like they're like fake being nice that they I guess uh, how do you say what are they gonna say like basically like when I think I learned this from like on YouTube or like when a girl doesn't respect you um she'll like treat you like she's above you and I don't know man I feel like yeah social media and like porn and all that like it definitely does messes up with your connection and how to connect with people you know
Hmm.
and it's sad, you know, because since watching porn and like the internet has been so like sexualized and so easy to access, it made like most people in the world like that things like that. And like when you're out when you're not doing that, you know, it's like I feel you can see like people are just getting controlled, you know, by like the mainstream media basically, you know. So I don't know. It's a very touchy subject, but it's also it's a very controversial subject. Just talking about the the impact
Yeah, like
how it messed us up, you know, our generation.
yeah, social media, porn, but also like there's like an emotional toll and mental mental and emotional toll
Yeah.
like that you get from being with someone that you have one ideas for. Like you kind of like you get anxiety, self-doubt, and rejection, fear of rejection by just being scared of them, like taking them too seriously, as if there isn't like a billion other people on the planet. Because you act like a sympath.
Or like sometimes like guys are afraid of doing the wrong things to a girl because she might take it the next step or like try to call the cops or like you know our friend T like how is the girl that used to hang it was a Christian girl, right?
From the
But
States.
not from the States. She lives in Barrie.
Okay.
Uh, Basically I don't know what Tibby did, but he said he didn't do anything. But like this girl like told her
Brother.
brother, his two brothers that he no that T said she looks fat or she looks fat.
Okay.
And I was thinking like, wait, why was she? What that doesn't make sense. Why was she trying to call the cops and her brother to beat you up because you told her like that like
Oh,
the truth. Like I know you hurt her
I love
feelings.
tea, man. That's just hilarious.
Yeah, like I know you hurt her feelings, but like yo, she's crazy for doing that, right? And I remember like he literally called. He was the first person he called me. I was hanging out with your brother and D, you know, and like I remember we were at Eastside Mario's and like it was funny because I was actually running away from D because I sold his bag, but that's outside the the thing. But um yeah, he was telling me like I was like, dang, this is such a weird situation, and I almost couldn't believe it, but it was wild. But like that made me like thought about like yeah maybe like because like you know girls like you know I think they're good at like coming across like they're good like at faking it like they can come across as a nice girl but then in, like in reality like behind closed doors she could be like a horrible person,
Yeah, man. I'm so
you
glad
know.
that I'm
So
not like rich yet. Like I'm gonna get swooped up so quick if I had money by
because
some terrible person.
if you're rich
I
like
have no idea.
you'll definitely attract a lot of gold diggers. But like those girls like are demonic, bro.
Yeah,
Like they'll
like
come across all like like you're loving, I love you no matter what. But like if you let's say if you didn't have the money, like they'll treat you like crap, bro. They'll treat you like crap. Like for example,
no
like
no more
Juso.
coming in girls too.
Yeah,
All these girls will want to have kids to hold me down and lock me up and
like
shit.
for example for Juso, like when Juso passed away, his girl was like obviously crying and getting emotional and that. But like I think like a couple of days later or a month later, she dated another guy and he let that guy wear Juice WRLD stuff and like I think she even tried selling their like sex tape, right? And it's like holy like I'm telling you like this is why you can't trust you really can't trust like girls, man. You can't like that's why you can't like when you have one like I don't know if Juice will have one itis, but like when you have that one itisness, like and then let's say if like for some reason she lost attraction to you, bro, she'll use you, man. She'll definitely use you. So you cannot have one itis, you
Hmm.
know. And I think as a young guy who hasn't experienced don't have experience with girls, I think it's easy to get involved with that. But
Yeah,
you should always have that abundant mindset where it's like, oh, like I already get girls, or
yeah, like
I'm already worthy. I'm more worthy than this girl. So I don't automatically need to date her. I need to see everything. You need to see everything about her. I think I heard that like before you have have intercourse, I don't know, or before you start dating this girl, you want to get to know her for like 6 months, because when you get to know her for 6 months, you can get to know her whole cycle. You know, you need to see her at you don't need to see her just at her best, but you need to also see her at her worst.
yeah.
If you love her even at her worst, then I feel like, yeah, that's definitely a girl that you can have one itis for.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that now. Yeah, what can it be good?
Oh, that's a good
Oh, did you
transition.
did you want to talk about if
Sorry.
you are Christian or believe a religion, how can you get closer to God?
Yeah, so this goes back to, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention. So if you're a Christian, so have a relationship with Jesus, or just believe in a religion like Muslim, Hinduism, whatever, we don't discriminate. But let's say if you don't have anyone with you, or like you just feel so alone, take this opportunity to read the Bible more and really understand like why Jesus. I'm just gonna say Jesus because I know, but like why Jesus sacrificed for us. Like really think about it. Like you have a small chance of you being bored. Like you being like depressing, anxious, or thinking like you're not worthy enough. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense, because if you weren't worthy enough, Jesus wouldn't have picked you to be born. You know, there's a reason like why you're born. And life is about figure out why you're born, and the fact of you really thinking about like, oh, why you're born, that like that idea should excite you, because like you gotta think of it like I like to think of it like a story mode game. They say like you're playing Zelda, right? And I don't know what Zelda's about, but you're probably trying to defeat Ganondorf, right? But like, so it's like when you look at your life like as a video game, and like you have these different obstacles and things um what's it called, when you start to gamify your life, you can start to like really enjoy it a little bit more, and also like try and figure out the pieces of the puzzle will also like the piece of the puzzle of your life will also that can keep you occupied with that. Obviously it takes a lot of effort, but if you truly want like Jesus or your God to really hear you, you gotta put the intention in, because you really gotta obviously read the Bible, meditate on it, but also put in action. Implement the stuff you have learned. You know, and each day, like it doesn't have to be a dramatic change, but like each day, it's like when you're working out, right? Let's say you can only lift up 25 pounds of a dumbbell, right? And then let's say like, okay, instead of let's say okay, so like you did that the first week, but then the next week you can increase it by, I don't know, like 27 pounds. It's not much, but you can, yeah, since you can lift 25 pounds, you can now try and do 27. So you can like progressively overload your what's it called? Yeah, you can progressively overload your weight. But let's say as a Christian, right? See, Jesus loves you no matter what. Jesus loves anybody. Like it doesn't. You don't even have to accomplish things. You can you can be a guy who just wakes up, watches TV, masturbate. Even though Jesus doesn't like that, but you can like masturbate and like eat food and go to back to sleep. Like Jesus will still love you. Obviously you'll still you'll deal with the punishment, because you masturbating and being lazy, being a sloth, that's a sin, big sins, you know. God will punish you in a loving way because that is not right. You doing that is serving Lucifer, right? So in a way, it's like imagine this, like right. Think about this, right? Let's say if you're continuously improving yourself, but you also have God by your side. That's a combo of improving your mental health and you're getting rid of that emotional hangover or that emotional toll, you know, because you can put all your stress onto him because Jesus has gone through a lot, a lot. He's been through beatings and all that, So if you really think about it, when you get closer to God, man, you it'll it'll just be all that. It'll just be amazing. I can't explain it. It's just you just gotta put in the work to really hear him. That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
Awesome.
Who would you look up to when no one's around? Oh, I already explained that. Yeah. So be just be Christian, guys, and believe in Jesus.
Word up. Okay, so we talked about when could one-itis be good? So a healthy form of one-itis that can motivate your self-improvement. And I'm pretty sure that would be never.
You can have one itis for like
Oh yeah, unless you're like
for your work
married.
maybe,
Oh yeah, yeah,
like your
it's usually
purpose.
about women, but yeah, if you're like married with kids, like you're gonna be focusing on your kids, not your wife and fame, the crap.
Let me ask you this. So what advice would you give someone like Jay? Jay, he smokes weed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's still fat, eats a lot, I'm pretty sure. Soda. Um, he just doesn't really do much with his life, he's just negative. Like and I think this guy definitely has a one itis when it comes to girls, you know? And like what type of advice would you give someone like that? A
Um,
full on Jeffrey.
like he wouldn't even be asking for advice. Like he thinks he's so righteous and doing everything great.
Mm.
Um, but if he ever did give a shit about like actually doing something with his life, not just like stacking his money, then I'd say like the first thing's like you gotta like tell yourself like I'm like very powerful person and I can do this. I can get myself out of the situation, and then start setting some goals, like start setting like visions for each domain,
Mm.
and like hopefully everyone knows what the 8 domains are, like fun, family, friends, money, finance, career, business, health, pet, wellness, and
Mm.
then what? Like break it down, obviously.
Let's say like if he's not like that type of guy who likes to sit down and type and all that, you know.
You can draw it.
What if he's like more like cause like with me like I do plan things out, but I don't plan things out like that. For me it's like okay, work out, do arms, legs, all that. But it's like for me I like to take action and then I like to write things down. I because for me it's like I don't know. I find it boring. Like what if someone finds that boring?
Finding their own goals, boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good question.
Um,
I
then they can try to. I guess I can give them some kind of motivational tip, like set some kind of reward and punishment for yourself.
Yeah, I think the reward is good.
Alright. Yeah. So how do we counter this question? We're talking about. Oh yeah, for Josh, yeah, he definitely needs to like cut out a bunch of things from his life, like no more single moms, no more weed and alcohol, or eating all that food, no more skipping the gym,
Spending his money.
no more being like, oh, I want to have a clothing business. I want to make premium suits when it's like he's never seen one in his life. Like he's the farthest thing from a guy that wears a suit.
And he's not like putting in the work to.
He can't even like fit in a suit for God's sakes. No more hanging out with bad friends. Cut them the hell out. Bye bye. Other J.
JJ's.
The prison brothers.
Oh yeah, JJ. Wow, that's crazy.
And go to school, kill it, get good sleep, get the degree, whatever he needs it for. I mean, what high school degree, whatever he needs it for. I want to say it's too late to go to college, but whatever. I'm not even sure what he'd go for since he doesn't really know what he wants to do.
The thing is, like,
He just says business.
I think he sets separate priorities.
He's a mess, man.
It's like,
He can't even bus to school. He's like, I have no bus.
because he sets priorities for getting girls and just that lust.
Okay, yeah, I guess if he
And
wants to like,
smoking. So it's like,
he's so
like
satisfied.
I feel like having one eyes for Jesus, it's so important. He's a perfect guy. He's a perfect man. He hasn't sinned once, and like he'll never turn back on you. I feel like you should never have one itis when it comes to people, but have it for Jesus. So
Yeah.
because that lets you get closer and more at peace.
Yeah, there's always gonna be something there when you're doing like building something real. Like all these connections with like people you meet at bars, like it's literally a black hole. Like the night you see them will probably be like the last time that connection continues.
Exactly.
And if you do see them, they'll be like so hungover or drunk or stupid to even remember what the hell happened.
Like like clubs and parties, like those type of things. That's literally like a devil's dungeon. That's where lost souls get trapped into.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Living life to the fullest and playing large. So, to adopt a big picture, I like to say playing big mentality. Focus on creating a fulfilling and exciting, fulfilling life beyond relationships. So that's like focusing on the other domains of your life.
Yeah.
So there's like doing creating an exciting, fulfilling life. What would that include?
Wait, sorry?
What does creating an exciting and fulfilling life include? Like just the next bullet point says like travel, pursue career goals, learn a new skill.
Yeah, career goals. Yeah, I feel like
Life was exciting.
I feel like just living I feel like just living life based on what you want and what Jesus wants from you instead of listening to what other people want from you. It's the whole purpose of living life,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I don't know, I feel like people like don't necessarily live their life because just like they're either like living other another like their family like other people's lives or satisfying other like pleasing other people. But when you're living your own life, right? It's like being your true self, and then naturally you start attracting people who live a similar life as you, right? And when you start doing that, and yeah, when you start doing that, I think just naturally you'll come up with ideas on things you want to do, you know? So it's like
Yeah, I always just go back to the domain thing. Like you look at like the domains, like the eight, and like write what would be a 10 out of 10. Like what would that area of your life look like if it was a 10 out of 10?
I see.
And but there's like a bunch of like cool exercise activities to do out there, like going dirt biking with your friends. So much fun, just to fuck around.
Yeah.
And fulfilling like building something like there's like so much time every weekend you can like say like, okay, what do I want to do? What kind of I want to make a dog walking business, and then
Hmm.
taking action on that, like figure out maybe that you don't need to create a dog walking business. You can just ask a couple people if they want the dogs walked together while they're traveling.
Yeah, I feel like it's like
You're too busy.
living life is like things that put you in the present moment. Like where it doesn't feel like work. It feels like an adventure. You know, put you in a flow state. You know,
Mm-hmm.
put you at peace.
Yeah, I used to think that it would be so cool to like go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because like you know how Gracie's is open. I mean, I guess a lot of places on
Yeah,
Thursdays,
yeah,
and like Friday, Saturday, like for frat and party with Maddie.
yeah.
Like that's like such a stupid thing, I guess, like way to think, because like just doing, I guess like no, immature way to think, because just like even having like a job you do like 4 or 5 days a week
Yeah.
would be so fulfilling, so much fun, and like it would never lead to any kind of degeneracy, any issues, any broken people and drama. Nothing like to be afraid of, ashamed of if you can pursue your life,
I
your dreams
noticed.
like that.
Yeah, I noticed like in my opinion, the pursuit of like lust. It's like just the idea of it is so attractive, but when you actually there and like you're experiencing it like in front of you, it just feels like oh why did you just regret it so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it just
It feels like
when you pursue it, it's the worst.
because see I'm saying that you're making decision off your own desires. But I'm saying when God is with you, man, he'll he'll discipline you. He'll make you step back, man. No, that's not it. You
Yeah.
know.
Have you ever thought, oh shit, we should talk about this in the podcast. I was gonna say like people say like, oh, it's so gross. That girl has 20 body count. It's like I banged my ex more times in a week than this girl's banged in her whole life. Like how is that gross?
I think like 20 bodies more like
Like
she
she probably just banged them all once and like had like really shit sex and
no, but like maybe it's like that girl like banged 20 different guys.
yeah, yeah. So it's like probably
But
like
like
once though. Like
but like
she hadn't like been dating anyone and she's like
yeah.
20 years old or something.
But like let's say if a girl banged the same guy, let's say 20 times, that wouldn't that be considered like one time
Yeah,
body count? Yeah, so it's
yeah.
not
But
like
like that's like a lot more like miles put on the pussy. A lot of more.
okay, stop that. But wait, what were we trying to go with that?
What are we trying to say? Yeah, like what is it? Yeah, don't pursue lust. It's very useless,
Yeah,
empty, and the sex isn't even that good. Um, transform what? Okay, yeah. Join activities, travel, pursue career goals, learn a new skill. So I don't know. What should I just say like, what career goals do you have? Do you want to be a truck driver? Like,
yeah. I want to be a truck driver.
do
I
you want to
wanna.
be a rapper? Any new skills you want to learn?
Well, I want to learn obviously like script writing, but I want to learn about animation. I want to get to be able to create characters and do animation and all that. Like that's what I think the two things I really want to do is obviously truck driving, but like for my I guess own time. Right outside of that, I want to learn to do script writing and animation. You
Yeah, like reading your story, like it's yours and Misha's story.
know? Yeah.
It's like such like an unbelievable feeling. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's so
Oh,
like
really?
relaxing. Like it's like I'm on another planet. It's like I'm not where I am, or like it doesn't feel like real life.
It's
Obviously,
like
it's
yeah.
not, but like I can't believe like somebody would even think about this and write it. Not that it's bad. It's just like in
Yeah.
general, like anything like that's there.
Hey, imagination plays a big role. You know, when you have
Uh-huh.
imagination, you can. That's how a lot of
Superpower.
things are invented. You know,
Yeah,
with
superpower.
imagination. Yeah, it's like a
Hell
superpower.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, but like it's kind of hard to read the stories, like, cause so many pages, so many words, and
Yeah, I
not
agree.
a lot of time to like commit.
Yeah, and
I could focus on it, but like most people, like if you want to like make it like a very big impact show, making it into an animation would be great.
yeah,
You might need a better computer for that, or like
most
get a mouse, something you can like control it better with.
I'll definitely get like probably a computer
Yeah,
just
and
to be able to store all that file. I don't know how much file. It's gonna be a lot, but
maybe
I think it's gonna
depends
be a
how you
lot.
do it, I guess. Yeah. All right. So for me, I guess like I'll just make it quick. Like new activities, like I'm learning volleyball. I'm not talking to volleyball girl anymore, but I think I still want to show up. Maybe
Ooh.
join a league. I'm really good at serving.
Yeah, yeah, I can tell. I can tell, man.
Travel, yeah, like so many places, all the capitals, all the continents, Costa Rica, London. Go with the fam, go with all my friends. pursue career goals, becoming a software engineer, and want to do like a lot of freelancing on the side, make some apps as well, learn a new skill. What skills? Obviously, I'm
Like, yeah,
always learning
coding.
new coding skills, but I guess like some new cooking would be nice. Make something, I don't know, that's like new, more like for, I don't know if it's more for exciting, fulfilling, or more for like my health, because I eat healthy, but there's always, there's like a little bit, there's some things I get to touch up on,
Yeah.
because peanut butter is not cutting it.
I feel like when you, because the food that you make is maybe more a little bit more bland, so like putting more flavor will satisfy your taste buds.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I used to put like a lot of turmeric, like the quinoa would be yellow, but I don't
mm.
do that anymore. I had something else. I don't mean it's called like better than bouillon.
Like if you, I feel like if you're when you're not that good at cooking, you're more likely to eat like junk food because like obviously that is easier access and it's flavorful. But like let's say when you have when you put actually thought and flavor into your food, it'll satisfy your taste buds and it makes you be like, it makes you just fulfilled and not need to eat junk food because your taste buds are already satisfied, you know? So
Yeah, like I don't eat junk. I guess like peanut butter could be considered junk since it's not like man-made.
like I feel like peanut butter is good if you take like a teaspoon and just eat that a day.
Shit, that's so stupid.
That's what I
I'm
do.
like fuck
That's
that.
what I do
Yeah, well I gotta
because
eat a little bit more.
it's dude, it has a lot of fat and carbs and it makes me feel like crap too. So I just take a teaspoon and
I guess it depends what kind of peanut butter too. Like, have you seen my natural peanut butter I eat?
oh yeah, that's different. That's natural.
But like at the bottom, it's like all like dried up. So, but that's probably not like the healthiest.
Oh,
It makes you want to go to sleep after eating it. It's weird. Okay, inspire listeners to view life as adventure filled with opportunities. So yeah, like guys, like answer for yourself or tell a friend. Tell them what new activities you want to join,
mm.
where you want to travel to, what career goals you want to pursue, and what new skills you want to learn. And share stories of individuals who transformed their life by playing large. Do we know anyone that's been playing large? Like I know people who just like who've always been playing large, I guess.
Yeah, well, like you know, people from next level, like they play large when it comes to um like John, like he has his own like what's it called like
Growing,
leaf,
microgreens.
yeah, growing macrogreens, and like he's I think he's thinking about like growing like a farm and you know like living in the farm and all that and you know, like things like that. No, there's just a lot of people from like next level where like they talk about like oh they want to start a podcast, they want to start like a book, or start writing a book, or like other aspects, or like DJing, you know, things like
Yeah.
that. But I say like people are like real close to, like I know your brother like you know me M is like you know he is writing a book, right? But like obviously he's just he doesn't have like a set schedule like okay I'm gonna work on this book, he just writes it whenever he wants, right? And like he doesn't have like a specific like end goal, like it's not like he it's like yeah he wants to write a book, right? But like he doesn't you know talk about like oh what he's like what does he want like when he makes the book, like what does he want to do with it, you know what I'm trying to say, hold on, like he said he just you know he wants to make a book just for people to look at, you know, so he just wants to make it for free,
Hmm.
you know, so like you know that's like you know he's thinking, I'll say he's thinking pretty big for that, you know, and yeah, you know, like no thinking big is like I feel like it depends with some people, you know, like let's say for example like for like some people where like they want they think big when it comes to oh like I want to get a lot of followers on social media, you know, dominating the algorithm and all that. But in my opinion that's not how do you say it? Abundant mindset because social media is so bad for you and like for you to be able to dominate in the content field you gotta like dumb down your content, you gotta you just basically attract like people with like low attention span,
I
right?
guess it depends what you want the followers for, honestly. Like, if it's
Ex-
just for yourself, like, you're already fucked. You're just getting external validation.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like I wouldn't want to attract a fan base with like low attention span, like because they're usually immature, like like I don't want that type, And I feel like that's like thinking small in my opinion, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
abundance is, I feel like it's more like how I can help everybody, helping others, um, like creating like a solution to a problem, you know. And like I because with my story, right? At first, it used to be just a degenerate, like selfish type of story, but now like I'm thinking about it, like yeah, okay, I'm still gonna add that in, but I also want to add in, I want like a teaching lesson in an entertaining way, where to let the person know the difference between someone who's sinning and a person who's like being holy, you know. So necessarily, there's not a bad guy in the story, but it's more like how each characters are like, and which characters are gonna be punished for their sins, and which one the ones gonna get blessed for listening to the Jesus of that story, you know. So that's why I want to create a film about that because there's not a lot of Christian films or like I want more like funny and like action based type of Christian film, And like I feel like that could be good for that show could be good for like it's I wouldn't say the kids show, but it's like it's good for like it's a teenagers. So that's what I'm trying to do with the film.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to add like incorporate the good and the bad,
Yeah.
in an entertaining way.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of Christian films is just very I wouldn't say it's boring, but it's just very just straight to the just I guess low budget
Okay.
type of thing.
Yeah. So this question's kind of like how did you like change to commit to doing something like that?
Oh, just being Christian,
Yeah, it's Christian.
being baptized.
Like what kind of like change in your life went from like how you used to be before all the corn.
Well, like yeah, when I started watching porn and I don't know what exactly. I felt like God was talking to me. He was telling me like, yo, you gotta change the story up. Because I was reading back on my story, I'm like, okay, it's nice and all, but like,
What made you want to play large?
because I was thinking about like, okay, if another person was watching this, I'm just gonna make them start masturbating and thinking about lustful thoughts, right? And I'm thinking like, I don't know, I feel like I'm like making it lustful just to be lustful. And it's like I don't know, like I feel like there was like a lack of purpose when it comes to all the actions from the characters, you know, and I want to have more purpose, why they were sinning and why they were not sinning. So I don't know, just thinking about that makes me like I guess like busy with the with that whole project. I guess like just naturally I just became more abundant.
Yeah, let's see if it's still recording.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it's still recording. I think.
Okay, cool.
Wait,
Yeah.
can we see us? What? Is my phone turned off? Alright, guys, we're starting off where we left off. Number 6.
Let's get it started.
You got a sweater?
Yeah, oh, cool.
Okay, so I guess while he gets a sweater, I can talk about more about developing mindset. Actually, I already talked about developing mindset, so put your perspective on it, right?
Oh, an abundance mindset you talk about.
Yeah,
Abundance
yeah.
mindset. What is it? It's having it's believing that there's many more things coming. Like okay, it is just it's just having trust in the universe that there'll be more to come. So a lot of people are scarce of money, like more. they could be abundant money if they like kind of spend it and believe it. I think they spend it on will lead to getting more money. And it's also Misha gonna get the fuck out of here.
You say? Love you.
That's abundance. See, we trust, but he did it. And the abundance. Pretty boring, right? Gotta rub your eyes out.
Why is it just itchy?
Shit, should we open a window or something?
I don't know. But
Cats, yeah, don't get eyes with the cats here. My hands. Cats.
it's okay. I'll be
Get over myself.
I'll be fine. It's got splash around me. But so
I guess like the thing we're talking about abundance is obviously about women like women things this end like you don't instead of being sad about it you could get to be happy that because now yours meet someone better, someone with more in common with you, and will get along better.
exactly.
And anyways, cultivate how to cultivate self-meaningful emotions and gratitude. So on self-worth, if you work on your self-esteem and confidence, what do you think about that?
So work on self confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so. See, that's nothing. How would you even develop your self esteem and confidence?
Good question. So, I swear to God, I think I turn off again. Can there's like many books about like tips for these things, self-esteem, and I guess you can get to see where you're at in life. Like how do you measure yourself in skills? It could be on main just before like how are you doing business slash career, relationships, like people in your family, friends. You don't have kids. What else? Yeah. Body, like health, and as well as mammals. What's that? Some upstairs.
No. I'm just.
Okay. Yeah, so you can measure yourself how we're doing in these areas. And also, it might sound a lot more than it actually is, but then you see that a lot of things you don't really care about. So, like, a lot closer than you actually are about. And the confidence is to notice the things you are doing great every like notice the wins. Because you just go like through day by day, just kind of struggling, like, oh, I'm not there yet, I'm so tired, and more every day, to the point where they burn out, instead of getting to realize that they like did so many good things, like they got themselves to the gym. Like it only takes someone who's like really dedicated and truly looking at the big picture, taking the time to take care of their health while they're on the pursuit to what they want. And they're eating healthy, they are hard at their work or their school, showing up time. Some of those small wins I don't notice.
I think like you can be doing all that thing, but like okay, so let's just say this, right? You're working out, you're eating clean, you're watching, let's say you're watching some content, right? But then like it's mostly about like it's more about like what ideals you believe in, like you believe it about yourself that you believe is true. So let's say like you're you let's say right, like let's say like you're smart, right? And you're smart because your academics you smart, like you let's say you're getting good marks and all that, you're passing your classes and everything, you're getting good grades and you're getting like job opportunities and it's amazing, right? But then that same person can still feel like they're dumb because they're comparing themselves to maybe themselves or they're comparing themselves to other people, but they're not congratulating their how do you say their achievements, you know? So a lot of self worth and self esteem, I feel like it's mostly about um what they believe is true,
Hmm.
you know. So you gotta like when you wanna shift that, you know. And like I think with social media, it makes you think that like your life is not good enough because you're comparing your life to someone's highlight, you know. And that is like I'll say is very like damaging, you know, and damaging for your self worth because like you don't know what the other person is going through, and the person's only going through only showing what what's going good in their life, you know. So reframing, I guess you gotta like reframe your mindset when it comes to um what you see yourself is actually true. Like actually like name out things that you're actually doing that's actually good, you know. And like that's the important part about gratitude, you know, like being consistent, like writing it down, and you know talking about it, you know. And I think it comes from I think it should self worth comes from what you believe is true, you know. So that's,
I got passion too. And people, tired. It's really good stuff like engaged.
next, like having a rotation be helpful.
No, no, not. It's reframe. I guess
Oh,
I don't know. All these things are important though. Like attending social events. Like what
oh,
social events? I feel like there's a couple. That's a great idea. I went to a vegan food festival like a couple years ago and met some women. And like it's such a random thing. Like I didn't like my friend who was inviting me. Like he wasn't going to get anyone there.
oh yeah.
So I and like the whole day we hung out. He's like they like him a bit more because they were like vegans and he like fucked with that shit, the vegan shit.
But he wasn't vegan,
Not
right?
anymore.
You know, he used to be.
Yeah, yeah. No, he
That's
just eat rice. I don't know, like all this health stuff. It's like they kill the animals. Like who fucking cares about animals, man? You gotta eat them.
yeah.
Like if there's science and like eating animals is bad for you, then like yeah, it's gonna suck on those animals. But no one knows the science.
Yeah, bro. Excuse me. That's all out of my mind.
Oh yeah, you can cut it out though.
Yeah.
We find rejection, so I guess it's a good one. This is kind of like helping me. Oh yeah, so maybe I'm like it's about meet new people once. I'm just trying to move on to it fast. It seems like so new in communities. Like I'm gonna go to volleyball. It could be kind of expensive. It's like $5 a time I go. It's like 9 hours a week
Yeah.
at least. And I'm not really learning much because that's like the minimum. Like I might join a league, but like almost like I guess not too expensive because on a team's like $400 split by like 8 people. It's like oh, like $50
Yeah.
million. Maybe like into frisbee too, but the guy that invited me is so gay.
But,
Okay, anyways, yeah, I just don't know, man. With rejections, okay, let's get into it. View them as stepping stones to better rejections.
what?
Viewing reframe rejections.
Yeah. So when someone rejects you, look at it like you work out with each other. I feel like
Like one of our life coaches on the breakthrough next level, the trainer said that one time she had a boyfriend, and she was like, "Thank you so much, that's awesome." Remember? And because honestly, there's good things about it, like such as there, like he was like vulnerable enough to let her know that things aren't going to work out, rather than just ghosting her and all this stuff. And like now she gets to meet someone better. And I have this little book. I like to ask myself these questions. This one page. I'll get.
both guys. That's interesting though. Confidence. Okay. Okay.
So it's these like 4 questions. They you can like reiterate them for a way that affects your life. So it's hockey. It's for hockey. It's so the question is, what did I learn from that challenge? What was good about how I took that shot? What was successful about that practice? What's fast? What did I do better this time than I have ever done before? What did I get right? So through all the adversities and mistakes, there's always ways to find bonuses, using them as stepping stones. So you're not just like kind of like stepping down, you're stepping up. And like you'll like any mistakes, like do it like many times, and like you'll be a much higher place before. So it's like get right. Where is the page? I love that page. Like yesterday, that I got dropped by the volleyball girl, and I'd be like, hopefully we can Richie bitchy thing. Like, oh my god, thank you so much. But when I got home, I like looked at my these questions. What did I from that challenge? I learned that Hindu religious people are very serious. They are not to be doubted. Their faithfulness and so she was like on the phone on TikTok while I was driving. I think this is because she making me post or something. To see how I was doing. Kind of confusing. So I don't like that. So what was good about how I took that shot, or how I took that whole situation, the date, was that I don't know, there's like a bunch of questions, but just so many points. I know I learned that I really like dating or talking to people from outside of balls. Like her skin is so soft. I'm not gay, but she's got a nice big body. She got a nice body.
It's like a body.
Yeah, it's not like some like fucking little like, shriveled up white girl who just like has like an eating disorder and drug, alcohol problem.
Like anorexic type of body.
Yeah. But then we got abs that are like dying.
Skinny, yeah.
They're not even that skinny, but like, yeah, it's like, damn. Okay,
But,
so yeah, the framing directions were like that. Like so many people, like so many new girls at volleyball, there's going to be reframing rejection. How do you get into this? Okay, yeah, there's also like other areas of life. So when you get rejected from what's it, you get rejected from a job.
Losing a job, girls, friend groups, community, family. You can get rejected by anything, you know. It just like you get rejected for like being friends with someone, being with a girl, or like you also rejected in a way where like they don't improve like your decision making, you know. And me being Christian, well, it's not they reject me, but it doesn't improve like I'm being Christian, right? So I just how do you say? I just don't let it bother me because I put so much weight on like other people's opinion about what I do, you know. So it's like you gotta love yourself more than no. You gotta love what Jesus God is gonna do for you. What other people say they're gonna do for you, you know. and like, you will just be around with the right people. You know, for me, I like to listen to people who make me feel good. You know, these are positive people, people uplift and care about people. You know, so yeah, that's what I gotta say.
Yeah. And I think I do appreciate your relationships and life experiences. So I do gratitude a lot, but not for like relationship. It's true more for like things that happen. To appreciate relationships would be like, okay, this girl, this I don't have this relationship with this girl anymore, but I still have my relationships with my buddy Cav and my bro. And videos upstairs. Can it hear the song?
I think yeah, most likely.
Yep.
Maybe like a little.
We should ask him to turn it on.
Misha, Misha, Misha.
Yo, Mish!
You just yeah, that's it.
I'm so wait. I guess. Maybe we should try to talk about that thing next time.
What?
The van is like glowing on it or something. So weird. Okay, we can just use cat to get rid of it all. But okay, yeah. Current relationships, yeah, like I still have so many. Other have dad, mom, Chibi. She's around. Stop judging me for mocking God. I don't. Not Josh, but there's relationships. Okay, there's a lot and experiences. Like I got to learn so much as I was talking about in embrace reframe rejections. Oh. I guess yeah, like that. Those 5 questions could also be applied to this. And what life looks like. Life filled with options, joy, and meaningful relationships. So, um, I don't know. What would you say it looks like? What would it look like? Just telling yourself, okay, I would be an abundant life would look like having I would be talking to like 5 10s
No,
on
no,
my
no, no, no.
phone.
No, that's definitely not. For
Life
me,
filled with
it's
options.
like, bro, I just want people with like who are just kind, you know, who are willing to just, you know, listen to you and like not not judge you, you know? I feel like treating each other like we're humans, you know? Like I don't know, I don't act much. I don't act much for a meaningful connection, but like I don't know,
And
just
yeah, like, when you're like talking to multiple people, you could like see what you like in each one and learn like what kind of boundaries happen often, which ones are just like like what kind of like habits like happen often, and which ones are just like specifically for a specific kind of people. And what else is there? Like, yeah, it's like fun talking about multiple people, I think. It should be fun, like powerful. As
yeah, I feel patience, but don't like I feel like when you are talking with people, like really try to get to know them, you know, go beyond the surface level questions, you know. I feel like having a rotation, like when you're single and like in the beginning stage of your like life, is good, you know. Because you don't want everyone to be in your circle, right? But it's good to you know, really get to know the person and because it'll help you get to know yourself, you know.
oh, yeah, that too, yeah.
Um, but you definitely shouldn't get a rotation when you do find. I feel like when you do find someone who loves you and you love that person, like I feel like you should not get that rotation. You know, you should really get closer with the girl and you know just be in love. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, it depends. With the rotation thing, I think it depends. You know, like I think you got to be single to be able to experience that. You know, so yeah,
Yeah, like going on dates, talking to many people. It seems like I don't know. I've never done it really. Yeah, but if you got the money to pay for all these dates, then okay. Let's see the pros and cons of having rotation in the context of personal growth and building confidence. So yeah, like you get to be in a powerful spot. Like people take you seriously, and so you're not like building these habits of being insecure and anxious. And the cons are that a lot of girls are crazy, so you gotta like have like high standards before you put someone on your rotation. What else is there? Like, like just don't bang all of them. Just and be honest. Communicate honestly how you're talking to people, just to build yourself. Okay,
like
this podcast has been too long.
what you try to say is the pros and cons. So you should get to know them, right? But don't bang them. Like discipline yourself, dude. If you truly like the girl, right? Uh, go then you can like bang them and all that, you know.
Just
But
get married.
or like for the non-Christians, actually, I don't want to push that.
Even if you're
So
not Christian,
if you're not
like
Christian, don't bang them. Even if you're not
still,
Christian, don't bang them because you sh- you
it's
don't
up to
know.
you. If you want to bang them and see what happens, then go ahead.
Yeah, but I advise not to do that. But it's up to you, you know. But what I'm saying is, actually try to get to know the girl, talk with her, you know, see if you like her, you know. Like if you only there just to bang her, then you just don't like her like that. You know, you're just there just to get just that only get that stimulation. Like you being with her should be enough stimulation that you don't need to just bang her or like only like her just to bang her. You
Yeah.
know? So
And another con is that it takes a lot of time to like be talking to all these people, like a lot of texting,
yeah,
a lot of dates during the week, throughout the week.
exactly. So yeah, you gotta be selective on
So if you're not like seeing
girls.
like each girl like at least once a week, it's like, are you guys even talking
Yeah,
once in a while? And like I think more than one dating going on one more than one date a week is like kind of like the limit,
mm, I see.
going past the limit. I need some water. Pass me mine. Thank you.
Yeah, this podcast has been going on for so long, but
You're getting deep into
we're
it.
almost done. So, and we're getting deep into it. So, all right. So, steps to regain control over thoughts and feelings. First of all, meditation. It doesn't matter how much minutes or how many seconds you do a day, but every day, if you can't do 5 minutes, put it 3 minutes. If you can do 3 minutes, do 1 minute. You can't even do a minute for some ridiculous reason. Actually, if you can't even do like 3 minutes for a ridiculous reason, then you need dopamine detox. And Jesus. But what I'm
Okay.
saying is, okay, if you can't do 3 minutes or 1 minute, do three breaths. Like breaths like this. So inhale for three, uh, hold it for five, and then out for nine. Right? It doesn't matter how much seconds to be honest. That's what I do, but you can have your own your own like breath ratio, breathing technique ratio, based on your comfortability, but doing that on a consistent basis. When you give body to your whole, when you give oxygen to your throughout your whole body, you can really feel. You can feed yourself properly, or don't feed yourself with the right foods. You're gonna feel like weak, basically. Like you're just gonna feel weak. It's same thing like that with uh, what's it called? Which are not with meditation, right? If you don't meditate, your mind, your feeling, your thoughts, your mind's gonna be weak. You're gonna let your feelings determine your thoughts, basically. So if you feel like crap for some reason, you're just gonna feel like crap. But if you, how do you say, when if you meditate, right, you can see like, oh, I feel crap. Why do I feel crap? Oh, I feel crap because I feel a little bit crap because I didn't work out. You can bust out a nice workout session, or like go to the gym, right, and just get it going. But like you won't, like what I'm trying to say is like you won't be so reactive to emotion. You'll actually like you'll think through things out. Probably like 10 minutes a day. Right now I'm trying to get back into meditating because I haven't been doing it for like months, and I used to do it for like 30 minutes a day.
Is that?
Yeah, what is that? But I'll continue while he checks that. But yeah, I used to do it for like 30 minutes a day, sometimes 1 hour a day if I have time. But I know I'm getting back on it. You know, right now I'm doing 10 minutes. I've been doing that for like I think like around like a week now, and I want to push it now. I'm gonna push it now to like let's say 15 minutes. You know, or 20 minutes. You know, so I notice that like when I do meditate, I just feel overall at peace, and now I have a new purpose for meditation. So now I can like meditate to get closer to God. You know, because when you limit the distractions in your physical world and your mind, that's when God speaks the loudest to you. So my steps to regaining control over your thought is meditation. No matter if you're an atheist or not, meditation. Obviously, you also mentioned about journaling,
Um,
therapy.
well, we have like actually 4 steps, and the first one's awareness, the mindset shift, engage, and personal fulfillment,
Oh,
and then mindfulness. But you just said that
I
the
just
first
skip a
one's
lot of these.
mindfulness, straight to it. So yeah, like so to regain control over the thoughts and feelings of one-itis, you get to first recognize when you are stuck in one-itis, and then you get to focus on the value you bring to the world. So what value do you bring to the world, Kev?
My communication, this podcast. Just I feel like a lot of times that my communication, my present, I guess my imagination, my story, just coming up with ideas like that, like thinking about like solution. I feel like a lot of like what I can bring to the table is like teaching in a way, like teaching about like your mind, I feel like yeah, I bring a lot of that to the table, you know. Um, yeah,
Yeah, and
those are
you're like
the things.
a good supportive friend. Like come with me to volleyball, you come with me to the gym and library.
Yeah, yeah, being supportive like that. Yeah, yeah,
You
exactly.
like work on yourself, and you help others work on themselves as well.
Yeah, and if people, even when someone doesn't want to get help, I just can't help myself. Just tell them like they need help. Even if even if it hurts them, man. I know I'm doing it in a loving way, but it's up to them. You know. But yeah, so yeah, engaging in pursuit and hobbies, fitness, career goals. See, I see. But my thing is like with the mindset shift, right?
Hmm.
For me, I can only enjoy my hobbies, fitness, just life in general, if only if I meditate, because it's like I don't know, I'm so close with God now. It's like I can only do things with God.
Hmm.
I can't live life without Him.
Yeah.
So I'm at that point in my life right now, which is amazing. Because before like I used to do things just by discipline alone, but like that wasn't fun. You know, so it's nice.
Yeah, and
And
the value I bring to the world is that like right now I'm not working, but my friends are all working. Said like I'm the most ambitious, most motivated person they've ever met.
yeah.
Because at this cottage we had like a giant rock sticking out of the pavement, out of the hill going down,
Oh yeah.
and then like I like got up like really early, like like 6 a.m. when I went sleeping to like dig up this rock with some shovels I brought,
Wow.
and it was like the size of like this table, like it's like squared,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "What the fuck, man? Like, how are we gonna dig this thing up? Like, we're not digging this back up. We're gonna like, remove the rock and then dig it and then like cover it all."
Yeah.
And they do a bunch of math and stuff. I'm like, dude, like you just roll it, it's a rock.
Yeah.
Then I was trying to take apart, and then it like snapped off. But basically, like the guys, like they're all like really like what educated and wealthy from their jobs, and they got a bunch of things I don't have, but like I got something that they don't have as well. That's like
Wow.
motivation. So I like bring out a lot of ambition and motivation
Like I noticed that you
to the world.
you also have like a lot of problem solving skills. You know, like you have a lot of like yeah, you have like a lot of problem solving skills, and like you always think about like other people and like how like you always think of ways that you can like like solve problems, everyone's problems, you know. So like dad, and you just yeah very caring. You're very caring for sure, you know. So I feel like this also goes back to regaining control over thoughts and feelings. Like when you're helping other people, you start to feel good for yourself too, you know. So it's like in a way, it's like helping other people. It's also really amazing for selfish reasons too. Obviously, you shouldn't do it just for selfish reason, but
Yeah,
that's how
man.
the world comes around and goes around. You know, without each other, this world won't be running well how it is now. You know, so yeah, man, hats off to you.
Yeah, I kind of like make it like a habit. Like whenever I'm not feeling well, I'm like, okay, buddy, like, let's go get some food. I'll like buy you something.
Yeah.
Like I'm like out and like give like someone a compliment. I walk by.
Or like for
I don't do
example, it's
that.
like
Can donate some money to some like uh this the like army. What's the thrift
Salvation
shop?
Army.
Yeah, Salvation Army.
Okay. Like I can give an example where like for example like uh, I remember I want to go I felt like partying, you know,
Hmm.
I felt like wanting to dance, bust out my dance move, but at the same time I was like, oh no, I don't want to. I know it won't be good for me and all that. And then I remember you mentioned like, oh, let's just go play volleyball, you know. And I remember we played volleyball and like we had such a great time, you know, the people,
Yeah.
those two girls and just
Still loud music there too.
nice loud music too, and it's like it was amazing, you know. So it's like you know we just like flipped that around and you know you that's what you do, you know. Look at
Oh
new
yeah, yeah.
possibilities.
Talk about personal fulfillment, engaging personal fulfillment. Oh, God, can't even.
Purposeful. Wait, what?
Is that what you're talking about right now? Are you talking about engaging personal fulfillment, like hobbies?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, yeah. And then the last part like the mindfulness technique. Yeah, so I did talk about the meditation. I just skipped everything and just put in meditation, but I feel like meditation is a core aspect of being in control of your thoughts and feelings. That's why I like mentioned it. I preach it so much. Like obviously, yeah, journaling helps. Therapy is good to be more self-aware, but I guess I think when you're already so self-aware of your thoughts, I feel like therapy, in my opinion, I feel like because I used to I guess not get therapy, but like more like well, I did get therapy for like at the hub, but like I didn't like it because like I didn't feel like I was progressing, and like let's say like in therapy you say like oh I feel like depressed and stuff. It's like and therapist is like oh yeah you feel depressed how come and just like listen to you but like it's like they never like find like a problem to your solution. So then you just feel so empty handed and like you just feel like you just like certified yourself like oh yeah I am depressed, which I don't like about therapy. Maybe because I haven't found the right therapist to be honest. But the therapist I have been with or counselors I've been with too, it just they never help. It just I guess solidifies like of my negative thoughts, you know. So it depends, I guess, who you talk with. Um,
Yeah, like you can talk to like a good friend and like just get really like deep. Like, how do you feel? What's the basic feelings you're feeling? Like,
yeah.
is it like you're feeling like loneliness? Is it something else? Is it like rational or not rational? And like even doesn't make sense. Like, still just tell them.
Like I feel like a therapist like they don't make you like stronger, like mentally.
Yeah.
They just like
You know,
help you
I had therapy.
listen to you.
My first couple sessions were pretty
Oh
good,
yeah.
but then it got like kind of like wasting money and time
Oh wow, that's crazy.
because I just like needed help with my goals. Like, there's something wrong with me. I just like needed help with my goals, and he was becoming like kind of like a life coach. Like, he was like giving me like kind of like assignments to do
Oh
to
wow.
help with my goals, but it didn't go too far. It was just like it was okay with my emotions, but not okay with my career. So I guess it's good
Mm.
to separate those two, emotions and career, and get that some step, like have someone who cares,
I don't know.
that's like confident.
I might actually like do therapy again just to see it out, check it out. But
If we had that
I don't know.
that sponsor that everyone has, we could segue into that.
No sponsor.
Better help.
I know. What's up, guys? That's why BetterHelp is affordable.
Crazy. I feel like I had small things to say, like pursue hobbies. So like, yeah, I got a little bit sad with this girl, but like I'm pursuing hobbies, like working on this podcast, and what else? I have hobbies. Gonna go to volleyball more often, maybe play some other sports, fitness. Career goals, yeah, like I have a planner. I put a bunch of my goals in for the week for each day. A little bit behind on that because it's past taking too long, but I'll drop my cab and get a haircut and then get to work.
Oh,
Mindfulness techniques, journaling helps me set my goals because it's things writing, and therapy, just talk to my boss about it, how I'm feeling, not be like holding back. And it's not often I'm feeling out about something, so they'll like understand that this is not my personality type. It's just going through a little rough patch. Don't if you don't vent often, then it'll be fine. And I'll get to other opportunities for connection and growth. So encourage other. Oh
oh,
shoot!
we caught it. So it's like so it's not showing.
Okay, okay. Let's just see if we can like just do it like this. So plug it out, plug it in, out, in and out.
Uh, you do it?
That's it's gonna like prompts. Oh wait, no. I think you have to open the other app.
Okay. Camel.
Yeah.
Select it.
See if it prompts about some kind of a plugged in thing.
I always have to pair my device.
Yeah, well, the first time we had it was like talking about some kind of plugged in. Oh, we can just figure. Oh,
So you gotta.
just so cringe. Stop.
We're back.
All right, we're back.
So now we're talking about other opportunities, connection, and growth.
For connection and growth. Okay, encourage. Oh, just have to read this in our head. So yeah,
So
we kind of been doing this though, right?
yeah, we've been doing this when it comes to
I
going
guess
to
it's a good
church,
it's a
well.
good closing statement. So we want to encourage you guys to seek opportunities to get into new social circles and maybe even volunteering or professional development. So new social circles could be something like going to new sports, and I know for us, like we can like become like one of the cool kids at these sports and
Yeah,
just like hang out with them afterwards.
like we're like the young guys there, I think. Like, we're the youngest. Well, not the youngest. It's like
High schoolers.
yeah, high schoolers. But like I guess when it comes to the adult part, we're the younger. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So the best way to
We gotta find
get
some basketball,
connection,
man.
like you young people, y'all need to stop being your head and get your ass. Okay, no, I meant just talk with people, man. Get off your head and just talk with people, man. People are not judging you. People, I don't know, like just talk with them. You know, people, everyone just wants connection. You know, and us young guys, we're full of life.
Mm.
We're full of energy. What we need to do is initiate that conversation. You know, and if that connection with that guy, that person didn't work out, whatever, you know, at least you tried, you know. So it's about connecting with each y'all, and it doesn't matter. Like just be, you gotta be yourself. You gotta, you know, even if you're awkward or people think you're awkward, that ain't you. That's just being awkward is not wrong. It's just you. You know, they're not used to your energy. You know, when people say you're awkward, it means they're not used to you, your energy. You know, so that's you standing out. So don't like let that stop you. Don't look at it as a negative thing. Look at it as a, oh, I'm a unique person. You know, that's cool. You know, God bless you to be unique. You know, so people always are looking for. Actually, I don't know if it's true, but yeah, at least with me, like I'm always looking for people who are this unique souls. You know, so that's why I gotta say, just get yourself out there, and yeah, have a proper mindset about it. Yeah. So I gotta say, you know.
Professional development. I know for myself, like I'm joining a I have a call tomorrow in the morning, with these programming friends I've never met before. So that's kind of like going to be new, very exciting. It's like all of these. It's free, so I don't know. I don't really like volunteering. Volunteering is like going to Busker Fest, watching people beg, "Do you want to donate to blah blah blah? Guy, $5." Um, I wish there was other kinds of volunteering. Like obviously you're very talented with your music and so you, and you like easily volunteer. Like you do your helping out at the addictions uh
Like the peer
clinic,
support group, yeah.
yeah, group,
Yeah,
and
well,
you like
I'm
connect
working.
with your person like that.
I'm like working with like a project with them with um talking about my recovery story, but also um working because I'm close facilitating a peer support group, but I still need to plan things out with another guy and stuff. So yeah, so yeah,
Yeah, that's all really
it's,
cool.
it's nice.
You got to your purpose and highlight the value of deepening friendships and creating important. Um, yeah, are we there yet? Deepening friendships. We deepen our
I
friendship with each other for
yeah,
sure.
I tried with Josh, but and Darren and Misha, but it's not everyone in life wants to deepen the friendship because you got to get vulnerable, and people, this goes. I think this goes back to maybe social media and like how we're brought up. It's like we like to look at the good side and ignore everything else. But with me and you and even Tibby, I would say it's not like that. We like to see the raw truth.
Yeah, I guess I should like be easy on Tibby, like very valuable. He's like doesn't really follow people on Instagram, so he's not like broken like most people are.
Yeah, yeah. When you follow a lot of people, man, it's
Like most of these girls follow like over 1,000 people. It's like how do you even like breathe? What do you do? Like
no,
how do you go outside,
they
dude?
they do that just so they can get followers. That's how it works.
Well, they're also on it often, and
Yeah.
you probably know what every single person's up to from every time they scroll and get posts.
That messes up with your head too, man.
Yeah.
So
All right, so closing recap. So we just read out the main points.
yeah, so yeah, we can just recap the things that were what we talked about. So okay, so first step. I mean, the first things we talked about. We talked about introduction. So, we just talk about one-itis. And then after that is we talked about what caused one-itis, the scarcity mindset, low self-esteem, the romanticized like media, limited social opportunities, share relative antidote or cultural examples. So we just shared that. And then we also talk about why is one-itis bad, like how it limits growth and creates dependency, miss opportunities, and we discuss about exploring the mental and emotional toll it takes. Um, I'm also asking who would you look up to when no one's around. So, I was talking about it with Jesus and religion, things like that. When could one itis be good? So, discussing healthy forms of one itis can motivate self improvement. So sharing strong connections, inspiring positive changes, emphasis of the importance of that. The fifth one, living life to the fullest and playing large. So thinking big for yourself. So what that is adopting a bigger picture mentality. What like think about exciting things. Because your mind, the things that you absorb is what you become. And this goes to developing um, an abundance mindset. So what is abundance? What do you see as abundance? Like, what's the point of hurting yourself when you can think when this world is so big, man. Like, this world is really big, and there's no point of just thinking about that one person when we have so many people in this world. So you gotta get yourself out there. Don't just listen to what the news want to tell you, because They just want to put you down, and that's Satan right there. You know. So oh, yeah, sorry. So could having a rotation? So we also discussed about could having a rotation be healthy? Yeah, we discussed, yeah, it could be healthy. Just to get to know people if they're compatible, but don't do it when you found someone who truly love. And then the eighth step, so to regain control and thought. So I went in depth into meditation and that being the core, and then Eric, he went into the part where he went the steps on recognizing you're stuck, you're like in a rut basically, and making that mental shift. So you focus on the value. So you focus on what you can bring to other people, how you can help other people, um, the purpose, like what is your calling basically, So that's what Eric talked about. And then lastly, we talked about other opportunities. So this is more about the social aspect. Like, since we're always like on our phones and not talking to people and just being selective and just being weird antisocial NPCs, we can always, we can always make that decision to talk to someone. And it doesn't matter, like, it doesn't have to be the perfect word. You can just be like, yo, bro, like, how you, like, it can just be like that, As long as you're not saying, like, F you to that guy, like, you're good. But just be like, oh, yo, bro, I want to talk to you because I feel lonely. Like, even if it's that so honest, hey, that's better than not saying anything. So, I'll be honest, I don't have the balls to say that, like, oh, I want to talk to you because I'm lonely, but it's better than nothing. And now that I said that, maybe I should try that if I have that in my mind. I don't know. I think it'll be a great conversation starter. I don't know. So, yeah, so that's the recap of the Beyond the Grades. You have anything to say, Eric?
I guess we might or may not cut this out, but I kind of like should like put together a whole like action plan for what I'm gonna do about getting over my rhinitis I have right now, since
Okay.
we just talked about the whole time.
Okay.
And yeah, now that you're like kind of listening, it's so easy to be like, oh yeah, like it's definitely gone. Like we I know everything now, but
Mm.
really like I don't. But what is there?
Guys, see, this is a prime example. He's dealing with the one-itis right at this moment. And it's really raw and recent. So um, I think like making yourself busy, always I don't know. I think having time to think, in my opinion, doesn't work. But you can always like ask ChatGPT or
Oh yeah, yeah. Like this is the whole
ask
the
other.
part of living life to the fullest and playing large. We talked about having like new activities, travel,
You,
career.
you should read Proverbs in the Bible.
Yeah, all right, do
Read
that too.
Proverbs.
Yeah, that'd be like
Because
my
they,
new
they talk a
skill.
lot about like feminine, like females and guys.
Awesome.
So they're probably gonna talk a lot about stuff like that. I don't know if specifically one itis, but that's what I'm reading. So
Awesome. Yeah, okay, yeah, I can use it. Sounds like a good, very, very powerful new activity.
yeah,
And yeah, might keep going to volleyball, meet new people there too. So that's both like new activities, fitness. What else is there? Traveling, can't really do that yet. Pursuing career goals, so I'm doing the modules. Sharing stories. Oh, yeah, I shared stories. And I told you guys to create your own like how you're gonna transform your life. Talked about abundance, reframe rejection, so we did that thing over there, the book, and creating a rotation.
yeah.
Yeah, like there's pros and cons. I never tried it, so I guess I get to try it. Yeah. Probably it's gonna be hard because I don't have a job, so kind of like a
Uh,
freaking like I'm just like busy like without having a job. Honestly, you don't know if I'll. How do you? I guess there's no way to like really make a rotation unless like I'm on like a dating app, just talking about multiple people. I don't want to do that. So yeah, fuck that. Get control over thoughts and feelings. Yeah, I provide value to the world. So basically, all these steps, mostly like number 5 and 8, are the steps or like things you can do. Yeah, so I provide recognize the value I provide, like captures, I solve problems. I said that I
I feel like you should really
bring
get.
ambition.
I feel you should really get clear of the Pacific one-itis problem. I don't know, like you know how like, okay, so like what I'm trying to say is like your depression, right? But it's like everyone's depression is not the same. It's like, okay, to get clear on that for me, it's like, okay, I'll meditate, I'll think about it. Like, okay, I'm depressed because I've been staying in my room all the time, not eating the proper food. It's like, cool, you know. Let's say I'm doing that, but I'm still feeling depressed. It's like, okay, maybe because problem with my family, right? So I think like the like what like think about like the I guess why you had that one itis, and maybe you can try like replacing that, with something, someone else,
Okay, I understand.
that's just my thing, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
part
sure.
of the whole reason I have it is because there's so many have many options. I don't know. It could be some family thing too, like deep down, instead of me focusing on my goals. Like it's very common to not have people not have options
Yeah, it is.
and still like not get one-itis. They just okay, I got no one now. That's great. Still gonna focus on myself. Yeah.
That's
All
crazy.
right, that's enough thinking. We'll catch you guys up next time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening, and see you next week. Stay
See ya,
strong.
man. Always be beyond your grades.
Beyond the grave.